beautiful use of the center median to get out of the parking lot. It's hard to catch the car to do that. Usually it wants to go straight to the lane of travel and avoid using the center lane, but it can use it if it wants to. And this was a great example. So we're running Tesla version 13.2.7 on a hardware 4 Model Y made in 2024. We do not have a front bumper camera, because as history will go on, people will want to know that. This is more for later years. The new Model Y Juniper will have a front bumper camera. And more, I'm wishing Tesla will integrate like an Apple Watch charger into the car, because the contactless charger that's under the screen doesn't charge small Apple Watches or other devices, just a cell phone. And I think that's increasingly more and more important now, that the Apple Watch can open your car, is having charged peripherals or Apple Watches or smaller devices aside from just a phone. Sorry about the extra stuff banging around in the car today. I have some of those propane exchange tanks I need to turn back in. We use a lot of propane for heat at work. And then I have a Schwank grill that also needs propane. But it's been really cold and our crews have been using a lot of propane for heat. They're working outside. And it is expensive, but pneumonia is also expensive. So when you have guys working in 20-degree heat that aren't especially used to it, so that's another argument for making sure your employees have good warm gear, but also acknowledge that if your average temperature in Seattle is about 42 degrees, not everybody has the world's thickest jackets. Their bodies aren't used to the extreme cold. Like if you're working in Alaska, it's just normal, or somewhere really Canada. But if you're in our area, your body is also not used to that. So when people go outside, you need to put out some propane heat or a little warm station so people can warm up their hands. And that's what we've done, but it's also very expensive. I mean, we can make it cheaper by refilling at the fill stations like Pacer in Redmond, you know, where they have the tank. But when you're a business sending people there, we don't have as much tanks as a restaurant or something like that. We're not really set up for this cold, so I think we blew through like sometimes 2 tanks of propane a day, or 3, maybe more, I'm not sure. But it is expensive when you're exchanging them at like the 7-Elevens and stuff, but it is what it is right now. Like I said, people getting sick, getting cold, it's not worth it. Even if you got to pay $5, $10 more at an exchange place. And a lot of these gas stations are so short-staffed to do it. Like you go inside, you have to get the attendant, but there's only one on staff, so they're gonna have to fill out all the. It's a nightmare. It's not what it used to be, where. But it's warmed up, so we'll get all of our tanks refilled. I think I have like, oh god, we've got like 20 propane tanks laying around between everyone. Check it out, Land Rover Defender. Alright, here's another zero intervention perfect FSD drive. And we got reasonably close to the curb while parking now. I mean, we're still about a foot off, so you'd have to correct it as a human, but you know what? It's doing it again. You know, it's starting to park again.